The GM is out in Portland. The president of basketball operations is out in Portland. Chauncey Billups is a first-year head coach in Portland, and Damian Lillard is right at the center of it. Will he be asking for that trade request, or will he ask for that $50 million a year and then the trade request? You let us know in the comment section what you think. But the one thing I am intrigued by that we've seen in the headlines, Damian Lillard to Boston. Let's get into it. Welcome back to The Upside. My name is Michael. Damian Lillard seems to have been on the market for quite a while now, but he's never formally posted a trade request. We've seen in recent weeks the salary demands for $50 million a year, and now with the management changing in Portland, that seems to be a long shot to happen there. So will he request a trade, and when he does, where will he go? Boston has been the most intriguing place that I've seen, so the trade that we've seen out there is Jaylen Brown in pieces for Damian Lillard. On the Portland side of the equation, you can't blame them. They've tried and gotten into the playoffs around the 7, 8 seed and never really gotten further in than that in the playoffs. They've tried to appease Damian Lillard by bringing in Robert Covington and other pieces. They've tried to keep the team together, CJ McCollum, that kind of a player. They brought in Norman Powell last year to bring in some more scoring and defense from the guard position, and it just hasn't worked. So they've tried, but it's time to move forward. Damian Lillard going out, they bring in Jaylen Brown, who fits a need for them at the wing position. They don't really have a dominant physical type wing. Robert Covington, while a great defender and a nice three-point shooter, he's not nearly the player Jaylen Brown is. So Jaylen Brown is the key piece for Portland in this. Now, they'll also get a few first-round picks, I'm sure. You tell us in the comment section what you think the trade should look like for Portland if you're a Portland fan. Will you request 2, 3 first-round picks? Will you request 2 pick swaps, 3 pick swaps? Is it worth it then to do it, even getting Jaylen Brown? You let us know and possibly be featured as the Upside of the Week. Looking at the Boston side of the equation, it's kind of hard to blame them for going after the all-pro guard. Now, Damian Lillard is a great offensive player, but he's not nearly the defender that a Marcus Smart is, so you want to keep Marcus Smart around if you're acquiring Damian Lillard. Your scoring improves from the point guard position. Dennis Schroeder on a 1-year deal is looking like a nice player, but he's not getting the job done. And there's just too much redundancies with Tatum and Brown in the lineup together. We saw earlier in the seasons Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown kind of get it into it over passing. So this hopefully will solve that situation as well. Hopefully spreading around the ball more cohesive lineups, easier for Ime Udoka to put out 5 on the floor that will work together as opposed to the one that they have now. When could we possibly see this trade happen? I don't see it happening this season, but off season I expect it to happen relatively quickly, maybe even before the start of free agency. Damian Lillard, once the new management team gets into place there, they kind of gel with Damian Lillard and see how things work. If they do want to give him $50 million, I think he stays. But I don't think the Portland Trailblazers or their management or their owners are going to want to spend $50 million, even though he is the best player in their history. Sorry, Clyde Drexler. Now, as far as the when this could happen, again, like I said, right before free agency, we could see right before the draft, even before all those picks could possibly change hands. Jaylen Brown, like I said, is the piece that you want if you're a Portland fan. And is that enough, though? Let us know if you're a Boston Celtic fan, if Damian Lillard is the missing piece to get you to the next title. Let us know if you're a Portland fan. Is this the time to rebuild and sell Damian Lillard?